Hey everybody, I'm the Rusty Mechanic, and today I'm going to take a look at Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. This is one of the latest releases from Hasbro in that Studio Series 86 line that's bringing back all our beloved characters from the original Transformers the movie that released back in 1986. I'm going to take a quick look at the box, and then we'll take a look at the figure itself in robot mode, go through a quick transformation, then take a look at the alt mode, and of course check out any of the accessories that are in the box as well. I'll go over the articulation of the whole figure as well, give some overall thoughts on what I think of the figure, and with all of that aside, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, we'll take a quick look at the box. Standard Studio Series 86 box, some very cool action artwork or box art here of Bumblebee on the front of the box. Again, no plastic window. I'm still not sure how I'm feeling about this. I mean, obviously, they're trying to cut down on their carbon footprint and everything else, but I'm still leery about the figure being exposed on the shelf or in delivery, etc., etc. Same artwork that's here on the side. It is a deluxe class figure, as noted down there at the bottom. Some full artwork of the action shot of Bumblebee box art here on the side. Again, very cool stuff. 86 here that's indented into the box. And then, of course, the info on the back of what's in the box, including the backdrop. This backdrop is actually from the scene when they are inside Unicron trying to escape. 23 steps and all the other fun info down there. And that is a box. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. I'm just going to pop his pistol out. We'll take a look at that afterwards. But very, very cool looking robot mode, right? Very accurate. We'll bring in for the head sculpt, right? That's a Bumblebee head sculpt. The face is painted. Let's see, is this just yellow plastic? I think I was having a hard time with this, I'll be honest. I think this is all molded plastic in yellow. I don't think there's a lot of painted parts on it. If it is painted, it's hard to tell. But there is like a high gloss sheen that's going on across the figure, so it makes me want to think that maybe the yellow is painted. The gray areas are not. Like, this is all dark gray molded plastic all over the bumper, the legs, the shoulders, the hands. There's some painted elements on the alt mode for the car, but we'll get into that after I do the transformation. We'll take a look at it from the side. Not much of a backpack. There's no gapping or anything going on, so this looks very nice. Again, we'll take a look at the wheel details and stuff afterwards. Nice and clean on the back, right? Obviously, this is the entire back of the car there, but nothing too bad. Nothing like. I mean, you could say, I suppose, that is a bit of a big backpack for Bumblebee, but I think it looks okay. Overall, it's a very nice figure. The Autobot logo painted in the center is very cool. Again, just going back to the head sculpt, so the face is painted silver with blue eyes, some nice details, right? Mouth, nose, and some facial details around the cheeks and that. So pretty good. There's a crest here for his helmet. He's got the two horns as well. That's typical of a Bumblebee head sculpt. Pretty well done for a mainline figure, if I do say so myself. But there he is. Might as well take a look at the articulation before we do the transformation, because obviously how would we do articulation if I transform him first? So he does have the head is just on a mushroom peg, so it doesn't tilt. Actually, it does. Okay, I didn't realize that. It does tilt forward slightly. How are they doing that on a... Is this not a... I thought it was a mushroom peg, but maybe it's a ball then. It must be a ball if it's tilting forward. Anyway, so there's 360 degree on the head as well. Shoulders only go out 90 degrees, but are on a ball peg, so you do get the 360 all the way around. Little bit of a tilt at the shoulder on that ball peg, so kind of a butterfly effect, but nothing where he can reach completely across the front of his chest. He does have a bicep swivel and an elbow bend, so with all of that, you can kind of get his hand out in front of his chest, but not enough to write home about or anything. He does have a 90-degree elbow bend. And it does click like that because this is part of the transformation, which we'll get into in a second. Let's see. He has 360-degree at the hand. Fixed fingers are in a closed position just to hold the pistol, which we'll take a look at in a second. He does have a waist swivel. He does not have an ab crunch. Does not have an ab crunch. It's just a big mushroom peg that's in here that he's pivoting on. Legs do go all the way out to the side. Legs do go all the way forward. Legs go mostly all the way back. It does... Oh, it does clear. Sorry, I thought the foot actually bumped into the backpack, but it doesn't. So the leg does go all the way out. We have a thigh swivel. Again, on a mushroom peg, so he gets 360-degree on that. He does have a knee bend, and it is... I will tell you that it's a little stiff because that is also part of the transformation, so it actually has like a double pivot in there. It is just a pin, though. But you do get 90 degrees. And there is an ankle rocker, which is a lot. It's actually a lot more than you probably need for Bumblebee, but he does have an ankle rocker with his feet. It does not rock out or angle out. He does not have a toe tilt forward. He does have a toe tilt back. Again, this is part of the transformation, but you can manipulate it into a toe tilt if you need to. And let's take a look at that accessory. So he does come with one single accessory. It is his pistol. It is wrapped in the Autobot tissue paper in the back of the box insert, which actually I'll bring that back in afterwards and we can take a look at it. So just take a look inside the box, pull out the insert that he is tie strapped to. It's not tie straps. What are they called? Anyway, and it will be at the bottom back. Very cool detailed pistol, I must say, for a mainline figure like this. It is completely painted in silver. Lots of cool details in the barrel and around the main body of the gun. Little detail at the back here. Single peg, obviously, pegs into his hand. There is also a tab here on the pistol that actually pegs into the back of the cars for weapon storage, and I'll show that once we do the transformation. And of course, it does just, as with all of these figures, it does just peg into the hand. As I said, the hand is fixed closed, so no fingers or anything, so it does just peg in, and he does look like that with the pistol. So, again, very, very cool looking accessory, given that it is the only accessory that he has. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the transformation next. So you're going to start with the backpack. Just flick the arms out of the way. So you just start with the backpack and just lift the whole thing up with the head 90 degrees. And then you want to open up the chest. And his head is weird too. It's like on a it's on a pin, but it almost feels ratcheted. There's like 3 positions, and you'll get it down into the chest like this, and then you can close up the chest. So we can just leave the rear of the car like this. It'll collapse down later on, and we'll move on to the arms. So the arms, like I said, they just put them in a 90 degree position like this, and then you'll rotate them to be in line with basically what becomes the wheels for the rear. So we'll do the same thing here, 90 degree bend, and then rotate the arm back, and then you can swing the wheel assembly. I'll show it from here. You just swing the wheel assembly out from the back. And then you want to rotate the wheel around to the front. This is what it looks like from this side. So you're just going to rotate this all the way around. Just double check that your arms stay 90 degrees, because they do have a tendency to move around as you're manipulating the wheel. So from here, we'll move down to the legs. Actually, the feet. So the bottom part of this, which makes up the bottom of this foot, is just pegged into this front piece. So this part here and this will actually break away from each other. Just do that 90 degrees. You want to open up this panel, and then we'll flip this inside. And this guy here just flips up inside the foot like that. So show it again. You're going to open this up, open this panel, flip this inside, and flick that into there. So as you can see, now you've formed the side of the front of the car, basically the front door. So once you have all that done, you can peg these two halves of his feet together. This part becomes a bit of a pain. There's a lot of manipulation. Sorry, you can actually, we'll do this first. So rotate his upper torso 90 degrees, and there is a tab right here that will peg into that slot just to lock it into place. There we go. So there is a lot of manipulation that goes on in the legs, because obviously we need to get this whole thing collapsed down to tuck in under the hood and the front windshield. There's any number of ways you can do this. I haven't really figured out the best way to do it. I think the best way to do it is to actually, you have to put a lot of pressure in here, but you want to break these two knees to get that movement going. And you'll find that as you're doing this, that the feet will untab from each other as you're trying to manipulate all this. So once you have this there bent 90 degrees like this, you can rotate this back. Oh no, sorry, rotate it forward, and you're gonna, yeah, see, I'm having a hard time with there. It's really stiff. Like, this whole section is really stiff. So you wanna try to rotate this, right, his 2 feet 90 degrees up, and you'll notice that as you're doing this, that the parts that are right in front of the legs will actually start to rotate and make a weird shape, but it needs to tuck in under the windshield. So as you are doing this, there. So there's the part that I'm talking about. So this starts to come out from the front of the hood, and then the rest of the hood shows up along with this Autobot logo. And these like tab looking parts here that are just behind the front of the hood, they need to go in under the windshield, again, while trying to maintain the front of the car together. Now, the other part that's difficult too is that because his waist swivel is right in under here, is that as you're doing this, you'll find that his hood and front windshield will pivot around. So you need to just, there you go, play with it a bit to get it to manipulate in place. Now, there's also a tab right here that's just underneath the side view mirror on either side that's supposed to tab in under the hood and the front windshield. And I will tell you that typical Hasbro quality here, unfortunately, as you're manipulating one side, it causes the other side to pop out. So just get it to the best you can and then leave it. And then the two wheels with the arms will just rotate in underneath. And as you can probably see right away on the camera, right, that there's a tab in one arm and a slot in the other one, so you can press the two forearms together. And again, as you can see, as you're trying to manipulate everything together, it doesn't quite tab into place properly. And I have seen multiple pictures of this figure, and they are all like this. So if you can't get your guy, your Bumblebee, pegged together, don't worry about it. It is just a typical mainline Hasbro thing. I'll probably have to go off camera and clean this up just to show the alt mode, but that's actually pretty good. That's pretty close to what I'm probably going to end up getting, unfortunately. Look at this over here. Anyway, we'll move to the back. So the back part of the car, so the front half of this arm will actually fold down into the back, and then you're going to bring the rear of the car up to the hood. So you just want to pivot it down like that, and then bring this up. And as you can see, there's a tab here, and there's a tab here, and it just plugs into the back of the roof. like that. Like that. Actually, it's looking better than I had hoped for a live on camera. This side is not good. This side's a mess. And I think I just felt it rotate a little at the waist, so that's probably part of it. So again, as I said, as you play with this, as you get one side tabbed in, it does cause the other side to untab, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave it like that, and we'll take a look at him from this side so that he doesn't look terrible. I won't show you his bad side. Anyway, there we go. So cute little alt mode, right? Bumblee's always had that small VW bug, look to him. Once you do get it together, it actually looks pretty good, right? Again, I lied. I will flip around, right? You do end up with one side that looks worse than the other, right? But again, I don't think that we're, probably not displaying this guy in alt mode unless you've got two for some reason, unless you're those people, and that's fine. That's fine. I respect you if you have two of these and you want to display it in each mode. Bigger wheel in the back compared to the front. It is all plastic. The rim is painted silver. There's a pin in the center. Rolls very nice. If you can get him level, because he's a little twisted. Anyway, it does roll very well. So there is clearance on the bottom. Like I said, some painted details all around. So the bumper. Oh, interesting. The bumper on the back, I think, is actually painted. Is the bumper... Maybe this is completely painted. Again, I'm having a hard time telling, guys. I don't know. You can throw your opinion down in the comments on whether you think this is painted or not. There's definitely painted elements like the rear brake lights and the window. And that's why I think that maybe the bumper is painted, because it's the same color as the painted windows, right? So there's no translucent plastic that's going on here. The windows are all painted. Nice little details like side view mirrors on the car, so that's cool. Autobot logo on the roof still. The Autobot logo on his front hood that is hiding inside his feet, right, and slides out during the transformation. Painted headlights on the front. Again, and everything's tucked away very, very nicely. Nothing, no gapping, no anything, no weirdness, no translucent plastic so you can see inside. So it's nice. It's a neat looking alt mode. Everything's tucked away underneath, right? Nothing hanging out. And like I said, it rolls very nicely. So even though there seems to be very low clearance to the ground, again, everything is tucked away so that it's not interfering with the wheel, so that's very cool. I'll bring the pistol back in real quick because, like I said, this does have weapon storage, so this tab that is right here does just peg into here. I will tell you, this is an extremely tight fit for some reason. It's probably the paint on the pistol itself, but if enough force, it does peg in there like that. I would have actually liked... sorry, I was going to say I would have liked an accessory of the spare tire on the back, but I don't think that was a thing for Bumblebee in the cartoon, right? I don't think he had that look to him, like that VW Bug spare tire look to him, so maybe not. Maybe I don't want that accessory. Anyway, so that is everything to do with that guy. Like I said, I'll bring the box back in real quick, just so that we can take a look at that insert. So that is the insert, of course, that he's tie strapped to. It's not tie straps, I know, I can't remember what it's called. And then there is the stand. Comes with instructions too, of course. Just put that over there. And some kind of weird warranty thing, I don't know what that is, right? But so there is the diorama display. Again, it's the halls of the inside of Unicron from near the end of the movie when they're trying to escape, and it looks like that. I do like these these backdrop inserts, they're kind of neat, right? If you have the space to display them. I won't be using this to display him if I keep him as well. I'm still on the fence on whether I want to keep these Studio Series 86 figures. They are nostalgic and cool. Just not sure that it fits in with where I was going with Legend Scale Collection, but I might keep them, or I might throw it up in my monthly raffle that I started this month for Kennedy's Village, which if you check my YouTube channel, you can get more details on that. And with all of that being said, I think that's it. That is all that I can say about Bumblebee. Cool little figure. You know, it's a deluxe class, so it's not going to break the bank or anything if that's what you want to go and get. And with all that said, guys, again, I am the Rusty Mechanic. I thank you very much for joining me. Please always remember to give me a like down below. It just helps out the channel and helps to get this video out there. I do appreciate everybody that comes to check out my channel and the videos. I hope that you do enjoy them. As always, I am the Rusty Mechanic, and we'll see you next time.